you
What
know,
statement?
but, I got my medical marijuana license the first time on an anxiety, no sleep basis. Do I get anxiety? Yes. And my biggest one is sleep. But for years, I always smoked in the morning and then never throughout the day. And then at night, so I would get really double blasted and I could fall asleep. It would be like eating an edible for me back then. But, 50 years, shit's going to happen to the lungs and your body adjusts to different things. And now, I live with that. So, what up with you? How's comedy, dog? Enough about me. What the fuck you been? How many shows you do last week?
I did a lot. I
How
did
many?
probably I did probably 8 to 10.
Listen,
If
when I
I
talk to you on Tuesdays, I want a number. You should always. What did we discuss last week?
I
I
did
want
say
a
that.
card with your T-shirt with how many sets you did and broken down at all times.
8.
Like if you come to my country, I'm going to check your credentials.
That's
What'd you
true.
do last week? I did 9 spots. I ate 3 dicks. One of them was weird. They didn't speak English. Wait till you get tired for one of those.
I had a non-English speaking crowd.
Oh yeah,
I don't think I've done that.
but they
That's
always throw a
crazy.
decoy at you. They throw the 2 white cousins, and one of them is probably a hot chick, and that's how they sell you on going in there. And then you get in there, and it's always a surprise as you're walking through the doors to get there. You get that certain scent. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus here. And then you go back there, you're throwing your A material, and they're all looking at you weird. You get the check as you're walking out. You're like, what happened? They're like, oh, they don't speak English. Then why'd you bring me here? I just went up there. I could have gone up there, played a kazoo, and they would have liked it more than me just going up. Have
I
you
don't know.
gotten Have you gotten the kazoo yet, Doug?
No. What do you mean a kazoo? You want me to get a kazoo in case I start bombing? You want me to just?
And you should go on stage when a joke bombs. Hit the kazoo one time. If you die with 4 jokes, you hit the kazoo 4 times. Ba boom.
Somehow I don't think that people are gonna like that.
Yeah, who knows? You gotta try everything for a while. You're just buying time till you become one of the biggest comedy stars in the world. So this is when you experiment.
I'm gonna have to have the kazoo every time I bomb.
Like I remember early on, like my second, third year, I was bombing, especially at that place as a host. I was just going up there to bomb.
Oh
And I had
yeah.
to sit there during the feature act and the headliner with a straight face like nothing happened. Like I don't drink, but right off I got on stage, I'd be drinking like double fucking rum and cokes and shit. Like I don't even know what I drank back then. But it was I had to figure out how to be better than the earlier week. And I still remember, as corny as it is, putting on a Madonna thing, like the Vogue video with the cones. I actually dug that down and dirty and put the cones on one time in like 93. I mean, it doesn't count now. It's not on record, but I'm telling you the truth. I don't know the stupid shit I did, but for a couple of weeks I had improvised because it was the same audience, Lee. It was $15 to get in, and you got a prime rib with a baked potato and a free bowl of shrimp. So they went to watch the comedy. And I
But
would
they didn't
say,
really want to watch comedy.
no, they went there for the fucking $15 steak. If you pay for the steak, you got a free comedy ticket.
Right.
So that was the hang, that you stayed for the thing. You know how many times you couldn't even get them to look up?
I've done those, yeah. That's
They're
crazy.
eating. They're eating. And that prime rib, honest to God, was a lot better than I was back then. And they would eat right in front of you. And then I remember going home and going, I get it. I'm not going to get laughs. I'm going to get these savages to just look at me. And that's how I started. I just broke it down into different levels. I was there for 2 years, man. And listen, when I got out of there, I was still a shitty comic, but I had a good understanding of what was going on because I worked with national headliners every week. They weren't the best national headliners, but I worked with a lot of people. I I caught up with years later in LA, and I go, oh my God, we worked at the Broker in '92. Oh shit, that's right. So it's kind of weird, you know. So you never know.
But the host is crazy. Like I got asked to feature randomly, or out of the blue, on Friday, and I had like probably like I told you, like I felt like I was bombing in front of like managers or like bookers, and I did so well. Like they came over and hugged me. Like I had probably one of the best sets of my time doing stand up.
And I could hear when you spoke to me that night that you were very happy.
Oh, it just everything went well, and like it just well, you know what this weekend showed me was how important the audience is. Just, but like not like like how they can change things, but and then Saturday, I went to host, and the same material, just like they weren't, they were just like they were smiling, like they were happy, but they just didn't. I would just say things that 24 hours earlier was getting hugs, and then they were just like not even at all. The hosting part is so foreign to me. I feel like I've been doing pretty well as a stand up, but I'm not doing a great job as a host.
Okay, you got to tackle your fears. You got to tackle the shit that you're having a hard time with. Like I said, anybody could feature, anybody could headline real quick. You see how it happens. And then they become headliners in your area, and that's what they do the rest of their lives. And I don't know. I was always very, I don't know what the word is, noble or whatever, that I thought that I had to become. Then it was, listen, featuring on Tuesday nights for me at that place. After like 2 years, I got it down. But then I went on the road as an MC. No, I mean, MCing at the Boulder Broker.
Mm-hmm.
I was, I didn't kill every week, but towards the end, I knew how to work the room a lot better than when I walked in there. But the true test was going on the road as an MC and learning the business side of it. And that's a side right there that kills most people.